Ever told yourself, okay, I'm going on YouTube just for 5 minutes, and then 3 hours later, you're watching a bunch of stuff that don't even make sense to you? Now, you had planned to create your content for YouTube or any other platform, and you haven't done any of those things. Today, we're talking about how to reduce content consumption on social media without feeling guilty. Okay. You don't have a creative problem. What you have is a scrolling problem. So in this video, we want to learn how to unplug so that you can have time and have a clear mind and be focused, and so that you're able to start creating content again. In this video, we will first talk about why we consume, meaning overconsume content in the first place. And then I want to share with you 5 ways we can cut down on those habits of over-consuming content on the social media platforms. And then last part of this video, I want us to talk about how to build on what we already have, what we already have learned, and what we basically use what we already have within us to start or continue creating content. Now, think of content consumption like candy. A little bit is sweet, it's nice, it's good for your health, but too much, you crash, you get sick, you swear to never eat candy again. So as humans, we binge content in the first place because it feels productive. And again, we do it because it's easy dopamine. We all want to be dosed up with dopamine, you know? And third, we consume content because we feel, oh, we're getting inspiration, we're being inspired. But we are actually confusing inspiration with action. We've been inspired. What we need to do is actually act, put what we have learned, apply what we have learned, and put it into practice and grow that way. Because the truth is, you don't need to consume more content. You have consumed enough. Now is actually the time to create. Use what you have to create. Okay, now let's dive into the 5 techniques that can help us cut down on the habit of content consumption. The first one is the create before you consume rule. Set yourself this rule and tell yourself, I'm going to create something, I'm going to do something on my content creation journey, or on my goal before I go over to social media to consume content. How does this look like? For instance, you can take out your notebook or use your note app in your phone, and then you start brainstorming ideas for the type of content that you want to write. Then you come up with a few ideas, and then you jot those down. You've done something for the day in regards to your goal or your content creation before you can go consume content, basically. Or you can record one video. Let's say you want to start a YouTube channel, and to start it off the ground, you want to record 7-8 videos straight and then post them all at once. Now, use a day to record one video, and then before you go and consume content. Or you can film a draft of an idea that you have had a long time, and then just do something basically before you consume content. That's what this rule is. Create before you consume. It basically means it's input before output. You want to look at content consumption as you taking out. It's not really helping you. You're not putting in. So when you create something for your channel, when you create content for your social media platform, that is input. And then you can maybe write a note that asks you a question. What did I create today? and then stick it somewhere where it's visible, where you can see it, to always remind you that you need to create something before you consume content. Now, the second technique has everything to do with opening two windows, and no more than two windows. So if you doing your content creation work on a laptop or a desktop like I do, don't open more than two windows. Just two is enough. Why? It's because you do not want to open so many rabbit holes that it will distract you and sidetrack you from what you are actually supposed to do, what the task at hand is all about. Because if you only have those two windows open where you are working your script, or maybe the software where you are editing your content, this will help to keep you focused. There's no distractions. And I think it also helps with just finding a space that is calm and quiet, and you and only you, and then just doing focus work basically. Because remember, the brain is like a laser, it can focus, and then you can do focus work. But if you open too many tabs on your working machine, or you have so many other distractions, it's like too many other rabbit holes open that you can scroll down into, and your brain becomes a disco ball, not a laser anymore. It's not focused anymore. It becomes a disco ball, and it's useless. Technique number 3 has everything to do with scheduling your scroll time. Yes, you heard me. You want to scroll those moments where you are consuming content. There's nothing wrong, but if you tell yourself, in this time I will be scrolling social media or the internet for this amount of time, it's good for you, and then you can set an alarm to remind you to do that. But in the meantime, before you get to that, then you can focus and hone in on doing the task at hand, doing what you need to do, which is spend time with creating your content basically. Technique number 4 has everything to do with unsubscribing to all those unnecessary subscribers. I mean, I've been there. I'm sure you've done the same. Subscribed to some channels or follow some things, some people that don't even fill your cup anymore. So every week, make it a rule to unsubscribe to 5 subscriptions, to 4 or 5 subscriptions that you follow. And this is how you do it. If the subscription is not inspiring you anymore, you want to subscribe. If it's just too much noise, it's not helping you anymore, you want to unsubscribe. Now, if you look at some pages that you've maybe subscribed to in the past no longer serve you, you want to unsubscribe to all of those ones. Some pages that you follow maybe just making now a whole lot of noise and not really feeding you anymore. You want to unsubscribe to all of those, and you want to go into your browser. If you have tabs that you saved that no longer serve you, delete those tabs. Now, the 5th technique has to do with you capturing but not copying. Like I said, now if the time for you now to go and consume content on social media has come, you want to have a notepad with you to just jot down what this content you're consuming is inspiring you. How is it inspiring you? What ideas is it giving you? If it's giving you content creation ideas, write down how you can put a spin onto this content and make it your own. Now, I want you to get this, really get this. You have consumed enough. I don't really know how long you have been at this content creation game, but I'm inclined to believe that you have consumed enough. Now is basically the time for you to just apply what you've learned. It's not time to consume more content anymore. By the way, drop in the comments for how long you've been creating content, and if you're still at it, for how long. When did you start creating content? Let's chat it up there in the comments. What are you finding difficult when it comes to content creation? Maybe I have an idea that might help you. Instead of you now going on YouTube and going to watch another video called how to hook a YouTube video, please don't do that, because you've already created enough. Just create with what you already have, because the ideas are already in you. A bonus tip: see, every time you are tempted to consume content, because it's a habit, remind yourself of this hack, this method I'm calling the calm method. Meaning, stay calm, don't go and consume content. Okay, don't go on YouTube, don't go on IG and consume content. Stay calm. The CAL method. What does the C stand for? Like we've spoken about in this video, the C stands for create before you consume. Like we've discussed, the A stands for avoid endless tabs. Yes, you just want to open 2 windows and be focused on just working on what you're working on. The L stands for, it's obvious, limit scroll time, so that you have time to create, of course. Now M stands for mindfully capturing ideas. Yes, you want to capture ideas for your own content creation when you have time to consume content. Obviously, you need to know that you were born to create, not just consume other people's content. But that is what you will do. Just consume other people's content if you're not careful, because your head is full of other people's noise. So you want to stop consuming content and be silent and start creating content from within, from what you already know. So be quiet, make space, make time for yourself, and actually just see and realize how loud your own ideas, how your own content start making noise for you. So if you've reached this far in the video, please drop that no entry emoji, just letting me know that you watched the video all the way to the end. I love you guys so much. I see you in my next video.